Alright guys, coming right off the heels from that last video, we're going to finish up the rest of the things that I've just recently obtained. This one is going to be just CDs and tapes, so without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so these first three CDs I got while I was in Montreal. I actually got these at the fest. One of the bands that played, and they were fantastic. We have Angantyr. This is their third full length. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. Either Haven or Heaven. Not real sure about that. But whatever. So yeah, Angantyr is not a band that I've featured on my channel yet. Unfortunately. Really, really good black metal band from Denmark. So yeah, this is a pretty, basic CD reissue on Northern Silence. Yeah, and this is probably my favorite album by them. All of their albums are great. One of the things I've kind of noticed about Angantyr, or how to kind of describe the kind of black metal they play. It reminds me a lot of Nargaroth in the sense of like the kind of repetitive style of riffing on certain parts of the songs. Like Nargaroth is pretty notorious for that, and Angantyr does that a lot too. A lot of long songs, just like Nargaroth. So I think that's one band that I can confidently say, if you haven't checked out Angantyr but you like Nargaroth, definitely check out Angantyr, and if you like that kind of style of black metal, which I do like that. So yeah, so that's just to kind of give you an idea if you've never checked Angantyr out. But yeah, so that's that one. Like I said, I don't know how it's pronounced. Heaven or Haven, something like that. I don't fucking know. And then we have their fourth full length, which is Svig, SVIG. Again, another fantastic album. I don't really feel like pulling out the booklets or anything for this video, so deal with it. Another reissue on Northern Silence Productions, and for some reason, I'm pretty sure this was on purpose. They wanted all of these album covers to have kind of the same, theme or look, whatever. So, I don't know. But whatever. But like I said, this is another great record. And then we have the fifth full length, which is Forvist. Again, album cover is very similar to the other two. I'm not really sure why they went that route, but whatever. So, yep, there's that. I'll have a link for one of those albums in the description. Alright, and I just talked about this next band in my last video, and I'm basically just going to be saying the same shit, or I'm just not going to say anything at all. I haven't decided. We have Behemoth with Grom. So I actually picked this up at my local record store not too long ago. I was kind of surprised that they had a copy, because I've never seen this CD at a record store anywhere. And this is one of the, it's a Metal Mind release, which is Polish label. Second or third press, I don't know. But yeah, but anyways, I saw it and I decided to get it because I like this album. Very good. Really, really like the artwork and stuff they did for this too. Especially the CD. The CD looks really nice. Yeah, in my opinion, the last great Behemoth album. Last great one. And next up, this is something that, again, everybody should be familiar with. Something else I picked up from my local record store. It's just kind of one of those things where, holy shit, this is not really something that you see, that I see at a record store too often, so I'm just going to go ahead and pick it up. This is the Emperor and Enslaved split. with Emperor's self-titled EP and Hordanis Land, or Hordanes Land, however you pronounce that shit. So I have the Emperor release on vinyl, but I did not actually own Hordanis Land on any format, so I was like, I'm gonna buy it. Inside, and this is the Candlelight release, obviously. I was curious, I checked Discogs just to see which variant I have, and I was actually surprised that this one actually goes for a decent amount. So I actually got a good deal. And if I ever decide I don't want it, I can be a jackass and sell it on Discogs. But yeah, I'm not going to do that though. Yeah, Emperor and Enslaved. Good shit. And next up, we have another classic band. We have Graveland with Raise Your Sword. This is an EP from 2001, I think. This is another local record store pickup. Not one of my favorite releases from Graveland by any means. But whatever. So yeah, there's that. Next up, this is the only CD that I got from Yeah, I think this was the only CD that I got. Yeah, I think this was the only CD I got while I was in Montreal, and I picked this up when I was at one of the days I was at Mes de Mort. This is Sanctuaire or Sanctuary. I don't know how they pronounce it. I'm pretty sure they pronounce it Sanctuaire, but whatever. But this is an EP, I think, from 2016, somewhere around there. If you're not familiar with this band, it's a project, a one-man project from Canada, and it's one of the dudes from Fortress. It's one of his projects, or it's his project. I think it's also the guy from Monarch too, which is another fantastic Canadian band, but we'll get to that later. But yeah, anyways. But yeah, if you're familiar with Fortress and you're not familiar with this project, there you can definitely, when you listen to the music, you can definitely hear some Fortress in there, but I mean, that could just be coincidence because they're both fucking Canadian. But anyways, this is still a fantastic project. Really, really like this band. So yeah, check out Sanctuary if you haven't. And the last CD, we have another Canadian band. This is Assuer or Assueri. Again, I don't know how the French would pronounce that shit, but whatever. This is the first release, either EP or demo. God, I want to say this is supposed to be an EP, but whatever. All I know is this is their first release, but I don't remember if it's an EP or what. And the case is broken, so, you know, whatever. Yeah, there's that. But yeah, this is another really good Canadian band. Definitely worth checking out. Like I said, definitely if you like, you know, I mean, it doesn't sound like Fortress, but if you like all this endless sea of Canadian bands that's starting to emerge, you know, over the past few years or so, then you will definitely like this project. So that's I swear, whatever. Alright, so that's it for the CDs. We're going to go to the tapes now. And we have a Dread Records reissue. This is Horna with their debut full-length, which I'm not going to try and pronounce because I don't speak Finnish. Don't need to say anything about this. Classic Finnish black metal. And I'll say it before and I'll say it again, Dread Records always does a fantastic job with their cassette reissues. So, yeah. And I'm pretty sure this fucker is long sold out. I think this guy sold out pretty quickly, I think, after it first went up. I think there was only like 100 copies or so, but yeah. Great album, great stuff. You guys know it, it's Horna. Alright, next up we have Monarch with their newest EP that I believe was just put out this year. Released through... Who put this out? Fuck. No, I actually don't know the label to put this out. It says here, but it doesn't give me the full name of the label. I was about to say Tour de Gare, but I'm like, no, Tour de Gare didn't put this out. I got this from Tour de Gare, but they did not put this out. Whatever. But anyways, yes, Monarch is probably, God, I would say like next to Fortress and like Spectral Wound, definitely one of the best Canadian black metal bands going right now. So a nice pro printed tape. Got that, very simple layout. Yeah, definitely do yourself a favor and check this project out. Excellent. I just saw him for the second time at Mes de Mort. The first time I saw him was at Steel Fest this year, and they were fantastic both times I saw him. So just, God, go check out Monarch if you haven't. Excellent band. And I also picked this up while I was at the fest. This is a Rehearsal from October 2019 and was only obtainable at the fest, numbered out of 100 copies. This is 31. I doubt they sold out of these at the fest. I would be really surprised if they did. So I'm not sure. If they didn't, I'm not sure where the remaining copies ended up. They probably ended up on like, they either ended up with the band or on Sepulchral or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, and then it comes with a sticker, Monarch sticker. And then on the inside here, you have a live photo of them performing at Steelfest. So that's awesome. Considering I was there, it's extra special for me. Because at first I was like, I don't really care to own a Rehearsal tape. But then when I saw that, I was like, okay, that's actually really cool. Considering I was at that show, or at that performance. So yeah. But other than that, though, this is a really good Rehearsal. Excellent. All right, next up we have a Polish band that I've talked about one time recently. Picked this up from Tour de Garde's Discogs store. We have Necro Chryst with their, from what I can find out, this is their only full length. I believe from 2013. I could be wrong, somewhere around there. But yeah, definitely really dig Necro Chryst. I'm relatively new to this project, so I haven't checked out all of their stuff, but this album is awesome. Definitely one of the better Polish bands I've heard, that's for sure. And this is released actually through Tour de Garde. But I don't know. Like I said, I didn't get this from their web store. I got it from their Discogs store, which their Discog, if you're gonna buy anything from Tour de Garde, buy it off their Discogs store because they have a way better selection on there. I know I've mentioned that several times before, but I can't stress that enough. You go to their Discogs store, they have a lot better. They have a much bigger selection. But yeah, definitely check out Necro Chryst if you haven't. Next up, this is actually a band that I have never featured on this channel before. They had this tape at one of the record stores I went to when I was in Montreal, and I couldn't believe it. This is Necro Chryst SS with Der Todesking. I think that's how you pronounce it. Finnish band. I like Necro Chryst SS, but I'm not super crazy about them. They're a good band. I just haven't ever had an itch to go out of my way to buy something from them. But yeah, this is their third full length, I think. Either second or third. I'm pretty sure it's their third one, though. But yeah, this is a release on Primitive Reaction. And this is numbered out of 100 copies. I have number 60. There's that, and then the other side is just black. But yes, good Finnish band, just not one of my favorites. Check them out, though. Still a great band nonetheless. That's Necro Chryst SS. All right, and next up are the let's see here. The next two tapes are both from a Polish band, and this first one you'll have to take this as you will. You can either ignore the name of the release and just listen to the music and judge that for what it is, or you can just be completely turned off by the name of it. So this is Otar with the Empire of White Power. Yes, I know. Um, but Otar is a fantastic band. I have talked about them before, but it's been a while. Um, but anyways, this is a demo. I don't remember if that's their first or second one. I don't know. It's a demo. It's the early shit. That's all I can remember. Reissue through Lower Silesian Stronghold, and that's where I got this from. It's a fairly decent reissue. It's nothing special. Booklet. And then on this side, you got the band logo, and then on the inside, it has a message that says, "Contents on this tape have an aim call to violence in every form, insult, and abuse nations and religions other than Aryans. And abuse nations and religions other than Aryans." Okay, that's what it was. Okay. I just don't know how to fucking read. But yeah. But anyways, if you can get past the obvious, racist shit, it's a fucking amazing band and a great release. This demo, though, is pretty fucking raw. Like, it's very, I don't want to say necro because then I sound like a fag. But it's very, like evil and goddamn, I don't know. It's just super fucking raw. It's a lot of points. It's very hard to make out the riffs, but when you can, they're great, and that's so it just kind of reminds me of when I listen to Black Celeste. It's like, oh hey, there's a riff. But like I said, good band, excellent release. If you can get past the album title, Otar. And then I also picked up their first full length, which, in my opinion, this is Otar's best release, hands down. This is When I Cut the Throat. So many great riffs on here. And then here we actually have lyrics on the inside, not just a dumb message. Yeah. But yeah, if you're going to check out any release by Otar, definitely go with this one first. This is by far their best stuff. And if you want these, you can get them on from Lower Silesian Stronghold. And holy shit, dude, it was so cheap for me to buy both of these from them. Because of the currency exchange rate. I think the shipping cost me more than both of the tapes. So it's totally fucking worth it if you want some good, Polish black metal. So yeah. Alright, so we still got a few more tapes here. We've got a couple of French bands coming up. We have Sacrificia Mortuorum with Dark Hymns of War. This is their first demo. So as far as this band goes, I would say this release is probably the most standout thing that this band has done. I'm more of a fan of this band's like mid-era material. But this demo is just so much different compared to the rest of their stuff. You got a few like creepy kind of interlude passages throughout the album that are very good. And then just the actual black metal itself is very good as well. Yeah, just a very, very interesting demo. And the case is fucking broken. I also got this from Tour de Garde, from their Discogs store, not their web store. So you got folds out here. I don't know if this fucker was limited or not. I don't know. Doesn't say here. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, and then the fucking tape is literally just, there's no label on it or anything. So in other words, you know, a typical, you know, DIY black metal demo. Even though this is not DIY, but I don't know, you get what I'm trying to say, so fuck it. But yeah, good shit though. That's Sacrificia Mortorum with Dark Hymns of War. Give that shit a listen. Just excellent band all around. Alright, and the last French band we're going to talk about, this is Sombre Chapman with their second full length. I don't speak French, so I'm not going to... You know what, I could probably try to pronounce this. Notre Heritage Ancestral. That's probably not how they pronounce heritage, but that's how I'm going to pronounce it because I'm fucking American, so whatever. But yeah, Sombre Chapman. Excellent French band. Like I said, this is their second full length. My personal favorite is the first one, which is Doctrine, I believe. Very nice. Nothing on this side. And this was limited to 300 copies. And I think mine is 145. It's either 155 or 145. I want to bet that's 155, though. I don't know. You guys can kind of look at that and judge for yourselves if you care to do so. But another Tour de Garde pickup. I should have just did a separate video for my Tour de Garde pickups because I haven't done one of those in a while. Because every once in a while I just splurge and I buy like fucking half a dozen tapes from Tour de Garde's Discog store because they have such a good selection of shit. But yeah, but anyways, check out Sombre Chapman if you haven't. Excellent French band. Trying to think of another band to compare them to. Just if you like just the kind of weird French style, then Sombre Chapman's for you. That's all I'll say. Whatever. French bands are weird. Let's just leave it at that. All right, and we're gonna finish off with a Finnish band. Another pickup from Tour de Garde. This is Stormheit with Calling the Spirits of Hate. This is the first demo. So obviously, I think... Motherfucker. Just a plain black tape. Obviously, I think Stormheit is best known for being the live bassist. Well, actually, I think he's played on some of the albums, too. But also, playing in Goat Moon. A lot of people don't talk about his solo project for whatever reason, and that's sad, because his solo project is awesome. It's basically just, like... It's basically fucking, like, Viking-era Bathory worship, you know, mixed with Finnish black metal. With the Finnish black metal sound, which... And it sounds fucking perfect. But this is put out through Hammerbund, which I believe is a Finnish label. I could be wrong, though. So you got that. So yeah, with that being said, this is his first release with this project. And like I said, when I said he does Viking-era Bathory worship, that does mean that there are clean vocals. Now, the clean vocals on this release are not as good as his releases that followed. I think he was just kind of getting his dick wet, so to speak, with the style. And he definitely, you know, picked up the vocal style, or, you know, he definitely improved his clean vocal style with the later releases that followed this. And like I said, there are literally just some straight up Finnish black metal songs on here. It's not just clean singing. There's also, you know, the harsh vocals as well. But anyways, I love Stormheit. I love this release. Just a great project overall. Definitely go check it out if you haven't, especially if you like, you know, Viking era Bathory shit. That's like fucking Hammerheart, Twilight of the Gods. You will love Stormheit. So yeah, that's Stormheit with Calling the Spirits of Hate. And that is it for this video, guys. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed both of these fatty updates back to back. Honestly, this will probably be the last video of the year. So, if I don't see you guys until after the first of the year, happy holidays and all that bullshit. And let's say adios to 2019. And that was really fucking dumb. But whatever. Take care, guys. And be safe. Don't be dumb. I'll see you in the next video.